We got enough pencils here, enough paper here, take notes. Try to digest as much as we can.
And here are
I want to be Nasiya Mansiya.
A. Let me put it A.
Bismillah.
Arrangement of surahs
What date today?
in
18th.
First.
Yeah.
1/3 of the Quran. So it is already there in the book. It is already there in both the books, है ना? है ना तभी सर? उसमें भी है उसमें भी दोनों में है। अच्छा एक बात बोलो तो ये है अगर आप लोग इंटरेस्ट होंगे इसको गेम कर लेंगे डिस्कस तो शो ये जो ग्रुपिंग वाली बात आप कह रहे थे ना वो ही आ जाएगी
English.
ये ग्रुपिंग surahs are how the surahs are grouped okay and then B and this is C
We कहाँ से शुरू कर रहे हैं जरा सा आउटलाइन बताएं हमें ताकि
अभी कहीं से सुन लो
अभी शुरू नहीं हुआ
फॉर्मल है
हैं?
बस ये अब फॉर्म कर दूंगा बस ये खत्म कर दूंगा ये सब रिलेटेड है मगर ये हमने यहाँ किया है ना ये हमने ऑलरेडी ख़त्म किया है खलीफा इस्लाम और उसके हमने 39 शुरू किया है और तो अब इसमें थोड़ा सा रह गया है सिर्फ ये क्या था सूरत तौबा यहाँ से लेके 1/3 ही होगा वो भी है ना तो ये सो वी कैन वर्क आउट एंड आई ग्रुप किया है तो ये दिस वाज ब्रदर दिस वाज जस्ट इनफॉर्मल एंड जस्ट because I thought I can, this helps me too, because I forget things. But it's on the board it reminds me. So I'm helping myself. I'm not only helping you, I'm helping myself. And now whenever you say, then we can start. And we can start from anywhere. Because it's all the same, because same Quran and they are related.
So we are not going to say anything. It's all yours. You're going to say us and you're going to teach us.
No, it's yours.
You are the
It's
chief
your
here.
Quran, it's a large word. Anyway, so no, from there
There, right? इधर आ जाओ.
no, can I start?
Bismillah.
Bismillah.
I can start?
Please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. اقرأ بسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى إن إلى ربك رجعا أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى أرأيت إن كذب وتولى ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى كلا لئن لم ينتهي لنصفعا بالناصية ناصية كاذبة خاطئة فليدع نادية سندع زبانية كلا لا تطعه واسجد واقترب الله أكبر So I left one thing. أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى أرأيت إن كان على الهدى أو أمر بالتقوى أرأيت إن كذب وتولى ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى. Okay, this thing. So this is what we are trying to be the center, as if we are as if you can say like this, that in fact we want to understand only one surah, but when we are trying to understand the whole one surah, then we reach the conclusion, no. In order to understand this one surah, you have to understand the whole Quran. Because this surah is so connected with the whole Quran that you have to go to the whole Quran. You understand? So So we want to understand Surah Al-Alaq as if we are trying to understand Surah Al-Alaq, but if we want to understand Surah Al-Alaq, then we need to go to there. We need to
Says Alice.
Yeah.
It's over here.
Go to Alaq, then we need to go there. Then we need to go to we need to go, if we want to understand Alaq, then we need to go to this group. अच्छा this group हमने कहीं दिखाया नहीं कहीं है?
There.
See me.
And especially number 95.
Oh hey. So in order to understand Alaq, we have to understand Al-Alaq as part. Al-Alaq is one surah in the part on guidance. In Quran, in the last 30 surahs of the Quran, there is one group made of 6 ayat. You can say six surahs, or you can say 6 surahs, or you can say 3 pairs of surahs. And this lies in the middle pair of surahs. अब बताइए जनाब, हबीब राजा साहब, या आप, tell anyone what is this middle part of the surah? What is this? What is the focus of this second? What is the focus of it? बताइए, सोचिए, इतने हम सोचिए इतने में.
The
So,
Prophet.
we don't understand the question, We don't understand.
अंडरस्टैंड नहीं सोच कुछ आपके. What I was saying was this, that you cannot understand Surah Al-Alaq without understanding the group of surahs which lies. Which is this.
Alaq is a part of this thing too.
Yeah, but more of it. You have really to understand, in order to understand Alaq, you have to understand the whole Quran. And Alaq will help in the understanding of the whole Quran. And the whole Quran will help in the understanding of Alaq. What's there? Okay, anyway, I will come back to it. I just need one thing here. I'm sorry, I'm coming back. On the life.
If you can just explain those 5 groupings that you have of the surahs, because that will, the last 30 surahs, how you have. So first that, the grouping, and then we can further go to the guidance part within the grouping, right? So people will know that, what you were saying, for the last 30 surahs.
Okay. Okay. Has anyone studied that this thing, there is a division of the, it is also 6 arrangement of it, 5 surahs, Has anyone studied this 5 system? Yeah, I am the miss of it, I was sure he has done it. So when I was studying these 30 surahs, then I discovered, because what was the method? The method was read it again, and then So I discovered that the first 2 surahs, they are preparing the mind of the reader who read all this. The main purpose over here is to prepare the mind, because what's happening here, this is a pair. Okay, surahs are in pair. So what's happening over here? The believers are burned alive. People catch the believers, bring them. So they had some trenches. They have trenches, and then they put fire in those trenches, and then they throw the believers into those trenches.
Number 85, right.
This is in 85, okay? And then it ends that look, Allah is watching, Allah's armies are already in secret, Allah can take any time any action. So 86 continues that discussion, and 86 says that look, Allah's armies are really, you are doubting, Allah's armies have really surrounded you and they can take any action. There are many things which are there, where they are there but you don't see them. So 86 in a very interesting manner take 3, 4, 5 examples and they show that look, this is the case. Right now and angels are sitting over here and writing your actions. You don't know. And the other things, they're quite interesting things. Yeah. So first part discusses this thing. And the
Actually-
second part,
Should be like this, right?
yeah,
Like this part. Consolation and warning, 85, 86.
We got a new pens, what happened? Where are the new ones? Salim,
The new one in the back.
don't worry.
throw the rest ones, they're not writing.
I have.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, right, you're right.
Right?
You are right. This is it.
So the key ayat in that in 86 would be in kulu nafsil ma alayha hafith.
What you are saying, brother?
The key ayat in that it would explain what you just said when Allah says in kulu nafsil ma alayha hafith.
Really, that's the starting point, but the other things, even a tariq. So we are just go and read it, okay? Because we can come back if we find time. We can come back to it. But right now, our purpose is to study that. Okay, so tazkiyah. 87 to 92 discuss with tazkiyah. What 87 to 92 say that the purpose of religion is that you develop good qualities. You are a generous person. You help the poor. You are concerned with it. You are God fearing. You try to become a virtuous person. You help. You do not try to dominate upon others. This kind of thing. So this is called personal development or moral development, spiritual development, tazkiyah. And it says one who takes care of himself, his personal development, he has succeeded. Qad aflaha. He will achieve true happiness. And the person who does not care for his personal development, maybe he develops bad qualities in himself or herself, he is in hell. He is lost. So anyway, so 87 and 82, 87 to 92 discuss this point, the point of tazkiyah. Okay? That the most important concern of the deen is that you take care of your own self. People think that our purpose is to take care of the whole world. That's fine. Taking care of the whole world is not bad, good. But you take care of your own self. Maybe you are developing like a rotten person. Rotten qualities, bad qualities. Try to take care of your own self. That's the kind of thing. So this is what 87 to 90 to discuss. Okay? Then 93 to 98, they discuss how tazkiyah will be done, what will be done. Who will tell you? The Prophet will tell you. The book will tell you. This is the guidance. So 93 to 98 discuss with guidance. Okay? At 4 places in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala discusses هو الذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين. So anyway, the guidance, the book, the Prophet and the book. That's the topic over here from 93 to 98. And this Surah Al-Alaq comes in this group. 98, okay? This serious, you are there. I did not know this thing. I just when I was writing this green book and I read it over and over, and every day I'm thinking. 24. Okay, anyway, and then comes Akhira, because Akhira is a real thing. Life after death, that's a real thing. Because Tazkiyah also refer to Akhira, that if you will do Qad aflaha man zakkaha or Qad aflaha man tazakka, okay, if that person will achieve the success, okay. So and then guidance also, the Prophet they come and they give you the news that you are accountable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The basic thing is Akhira, prepare for Akhira. Okay, so that thing. This is why the Prophet is called Nabi from Naba, because he gives the news. Okay, so 93 to 98, and then 99 to 104. And here also there are 6 pairs. We will not go there. Okay, anyway. And then the last 10 ayahs, surahs, they they summarize the whole thing in very, very brief. These last 10 are very, very brief surahs, and they discuss the whole thing. Okay, anyway,
Is it summary of the 30 surahs or summary of the whole Quran?
this,
No, in the last, when you say summary,
oh, I don't know. But it seems I have not even gone the whole Quran, I have done only this surah. So this 30 surah summary is there, but Allah knows best, okay? I have not even gone there, we are just thinking, okay? But because we have not even done the whole Quran, we have done only 30 surahs. So
that's enough.
maybe the same topic will be discussed over there. We'll come back to it, okay? But we know, I think to be safe side, you can say somebody, but maybe it can turn out that it is somebody of the whole Quran. But we are just, so one thing is this, tentativity. Don't stop, don't close thinking, don't close your thinking process. Keep it. Just we are thinking, more thinking, tomorrow maybe I correct myself, maybe tomorrow I find some mistake in my original idea and all this. Keep thinking, keep ongoing process. Okay, anyway. So ये हो गया. So now I want to discuss what? I want to discuss this. Okay. So what is this? This is the group of 6 surahs, or this is the group of 3 pairs of surahs. 3 pairs of surahs. This is one pair, one pair, one pair. These are the 3 groups, 3 pairs of surahs, a group of 3 pairs of surahs, okay, of which 96 is a part. My purpose is to understand 96 only, but I go to the whole, to the group where it belongs, and which is this 93 too. That is the group on Prophet. And the pair here is 95 and 96. So what does this pair say? You know, this is exactly what happened with me. Because when I was reading, what is this surah? This is Surah T. So the difference with this, okay, this discusses the prophetic movement. The prophetic movement of whom? Of Ibrahim, Moses, Moses and Jesus and others, okay? And this discusses the prophetic movement of Muhammad
Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Maybe Muhammad is included here too, but this prophetic movement in general, movement. If he studies or says certain things concerning it, this is 95. Okay? I think, maybe inshallah in future come after study these, then you will find it very, very interesting. Because right now I'm talking in air. But if you have studied it, then you can speak, then you can correct, and then you can appreciate. Okay? So what is this 97, 98? What is this? 97 is Laylatul Qadr. Okay? And what is this? This is Al-Bayyinah. So Laylatul Qadr is optimistic. Optimism. And yeah, Laylatul Qadr says, don't think that this movement has finished. It's continuing. Don't think that Jibreel has stopped coming. No, Jibreel comes. Not only Jibreel comes, all the angels, so many angels come. They come and they celebrate. You know, people celebrate July 4th. In India, they celebrate their Independence Day. Pakistan people also, Pakistan Day. Those things. So this is Laylatul Qadr. Okay. And this discusses, this is realism. This realism we discussed so many places in the Quran. Realism in the sense that guidance came, some people believe, some people did not believe, and really these people were already, they were not inclined to believe. The way they have developed themselves, you know, they would not correct themselves, they would not come perfect. So that kind of thing is this. So this is Al-Bayyinah.
Say again, Bayyana.
Huh?
Say again.
Okay. In fact, you know, Muslim people are very, sometimes they become very, very positive, very, very, sometimes they become too hopeful or too idealistic. And when the people do not listen to them, reject them, then they feel rejected. These are dirty people, they will never believe in. Okay, so Al-Bayyinah says that look, the truth has been made perfectly clear. Truth has been made perfectly clear. Even then they did not believe. Okay, so how the Surah Bayyinah starts? The Bayyinah starts in a hypothetical way. How do you think the Jews and Christians who did not believe, how they would have believed? One thing. There should be a prophet of God, and everyone will be able to see that here is a prophet of God, and there should be a book of God, and everyone can see that, yes, here is a book of God, here is a prophet. لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين حتى تأتيهم البينة رسول من الله يتلو صحفا مطهرة فيها كتب قيمة. A prophet comes, and clearly everyone can see he is a prophet of God. A book comes, and everyone can read and see, oh, is a book of God. And it happened. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala really made all this, but they didn't, because they did not want to do it. And this was earlier the case. Earlier Musa salam has come, all those things has come. So 98 show this realistic part. That in fact some people did not want to believe, they will never believe, they are confused, don't care for them. And that, alhamdulillah, so this makes your case more rewardable. That alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, in spite of these wretched people, some people believe, alhamdulillah. Radiallahu anhu, and that's what. So this is the realism, and this is the Laylatul Qadr. The thing. So I'm not going into all those details.
It seems.
But here it is. So this shows, in fact, to tell you the truth, you know, because we people are so much proud of our history, we have never taken it. Everything is so clear, the way it has come. The Surah Al-Alaq is so clear after all this analysis. But people, you know what the people will do? 99.9 stop. What they will go? They will go to Bukhari and to Muslim with all these hadiths. And you know what is there? The whole story is given. The Prophet ﷺ used to do this thing, and he used to go, he used to fast, used to do this thing, and you know, and one night he was doing this, and then the angels came, and then they heard it, and all those stories come, and then 5 ayat came. Finish.
Then what happened?
these 5 ayat came.
Oh.
I don't think so. Okay? And
Is
this
it
is
any-
fine.
Is there any application for Isra Murad and Sura Qadr? Application for the Isra Murad.
Any relationship?
Yeah, it's for Sura Qadr, number 3, and I Sura number 97. I mean, it's no application for.
No, but it is many places they are saying they are really in some way indirectly it will come really, but because in Surah An-Nazm, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions both. Okay? An-Nazm means 53. In An-Nazm, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that the Prophet saw Jibreel in his real shape 2 times. One time was when? Here. Okay? Okay? And then the second time,
When was that?
when Iqraa bismi rabbika allazi happened. Okay? And then it says that the other time he saw him was in the Sidratil Muntaha, in the Jannatul Ma'wa. This is Miraj. But then the Miraj that is referred to in Surah Kahf.
Surah Ka.
I think people are a little confused. If you allow me, so I can explain what you have said and then we can move forward.
No,
Would that be okay?
that will help us, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but Tanveer Sahab has asked
देखिए
me
अब
right
आप
to
सुनिए
explain.
क्या इन्होंने कहा
Tanveer
है।
Sahab wants to comment upon me. The purpose of that comment is to help you understand me. Okay? But I have a right to, at the end to give further comment.
Yes.
To remove,
Certainly.
So thank you very much. But then I want to come to the surah, and we are waiting for this brother to come, and then inshallah we will start.
Okay. So today, what does Irfan Sahab is not teaching what the tafsir is. Okay. He wants to teach us that if you want to understand Surah number 96, okay, what is the method to understand it? Okay. So far, he has not gone into what the surah says. All he has been saying that if you want to understand this surah, what is the method you have to do? Okay. So the first thing is this, that, okay, you want to think about this surah, but you cannot think about this surah in the air. You have to see the surahs before and after. Okay? So, how do you know that what surahs are before and what surahs are after? Okay? That has to come through your reflection. He has reflected and he came up with this idea. But this is not the only idea. This is what his thinking has told him. So, the first point then is that if you want to understand Surah 96, you have to look at the surahs before and after and keep thinking about them, that how the surahs before 96 and how the surahs after, they relate. The way he has seen it, but because, it is not that one day you sit down, you read one, it is like you read and then you remember and then you read again and then you go back. So it's a continuous process of thinking. Okay, and it's always tentative because as you are reflecting more, as you are understanding more, your thing will be changing. Okay, so after his reflection of this surah, the way he is seeing is this, that before 96, we have 85 and 86, what they are doing, they are warning us that please come to your senses. Okay, but then 87 to 92, that they are telling us, okay, if you want to come to your senses, what you have to do? You have to do something. Okay, the thing you need to do is tazkiyah. Okay, that's the thing you need to do. Don't worry about what the others are doing, what the world is doing, where world is going. You have to do your own tazkiyah. Okay? Then he says that after his reflection, he sees that 93 to 98, the way, now how do you do tazkiyah? So the tazkiyah you will do is by looking at the life of the Prophet and reading the book. Because the book already says that if you want to do tazkiyah, read the book and reflect over the book, right? So you have the first thing then, if you want to, if you want to understand 96, first you have to do is, you have to make a decision. I want to do my tazkiyah. I don't want to do Afaq's tazkiyah or anybody else's tazkiyah. I want to do my tazkiyah. Because what matters to me is whether I succeed or not. That's the most important thing. If the whole world, goes to Jannah and I don't, I am dead. What's the point? So then he thinks that the way to do this tazkiyah is by reading the book and by looking at the life of the Prophet.
Sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
Now, after that, he thinks that the ayahs or the surahs after 96, they are telling it that no, I have warned you, you have done your tazkiyah and you've done your tazkiyah through the book and not, sitting in a khanqah doing some Allahu Akbar, but by reading the book. When you have done this, so then the akhirah is going to come and that's where the real success is. Okay? And then this actually summarizes all of it. Now this is his thinking. He has, who knows for how many days he has been thinking about it. I personally know he was thinking this about 1 year ago because he told me that he wants to write a book of these 30 surahs, that how they are related. So he has not written that, but he is still thinking. That is what it means to have the relation with the book. That, just like the poetry of Iqbal, you learn the poetry. And then you say the poetry when nobody is there, and you don't even need to look at the book. And then you are reflecting and connecting the things. This is how it is. Now, since that he wanted to understand this, 96. So now he has a broader background, which is from 85 to 114, and how this surah is in there. And the next level would be, which we are not doing right now, that then you think how this whole thing fits in the whole Quran. But right now we are not going to do this. So we have come to this understanding. Then we go to this. Where is 95 and 96? Okay, please.
Try to be brief because
Okay.
So no, brief. We have time. You have to understand.
No, because he's lost everything.
He's
He's
not
not with
lost
everything.
everything, yeah,
That's
right.
the thing. No, wait, think.
Let-
Because I think I'm going to
Evangelist?
request others to, maybe Afaq can also explain what
Evangelist.
was doing. So that thing, so I don't, being brief is better because you will confuse less.
Okay, all right. So now when he wants to come back to concentrate on 96, so he is now going to look at this pair that he thinks is read together. So then he comes here. And then he sees that there is a connection between 93 and 94. There is a connection between this and this, and there is a connection between this and this. So before he understands 96, you have to understand what's the connection here and what's the connection here and how these two connections fit into it. But you are going to say, okay, how do I know these two is a connection? That will come to you then you have read a lot of time and it is in your mind fresh and you are thinking about it. Then you make these pairs yourself based on your thought. Okay, so now these two, he is saying that what 95 is telling us that there is a general prophetic movement, all the prophets, and then 96 is especially about the movement of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So right away, now if I want to understand that what is 96, my conclusion is going to be that this surah, based on my current reflection, is that what is required by the ummah of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and this movement has not died, it is continuing right now. And in order to continue that movement right now, what we do? So now he's going to come back to 96 and then he will analyze 96, and he has already analyzed, because you see this circle here, that is the surah, ayah. So ayah number 1 to 5, he sees a relation, 6 to 8 a relation, 9 to 14 a relation, 15 to 18 a relation, and 19 to a relation. So now he's going to explain this now to us.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much. Thank you very much.
that
Thank you, brother. Brother, please.
I can't say anything.
Brother Afaq, do you get you whatever I was explaining?
Yeah, I know.
Do you have any one or two things about it, or what
SubhanAllah.
actually I was
Too
doing?
deep for me, man.
And then I will ask Brother Abdullah Mitchell. I think Abdullah Mitchell has got, you've got some idea about this. Some idea at least. Maybe not a perfect idea.
Inshallah,
but some idea.
allow me to come in when I feel like bring something to the table, not just like a parliamentary thing and talking for the sake of
Yeah,
talking.
yeah. So, okay, so...
No, alhamdulillah, but I am really so, sometimes you feel like that happiness inside you that, you can get, you can see what, when you describe because when I look at the surahs, I can really see the groupings. So I've been able to see how you're describing, but of course it's not my original thinking, it's right from you, and I have to rely on your, as Tanvir was saying, this is your methodology, this is your system, and alhamdulillah, it's not like something overnight, you have been pondering on it for a long time, but I've been able to, I can connect to it right away. So, like the groupings of the surah, and that's
to tell
really,
you the truth, to tell you the truth, it is a great insult to me, and to tell you the truth, it's total lost. Because the thing is, there is one brother over here who is thought to be a very good Quranic scholar, and he was talking about things, he was not making any sense. Only what the thing is this, the Quran is so, you have read the red book, I think red book must be read. And what happened, address to all human beings, then address to the children of Israel, then at the end address to the Muslim people, then this thing. And it's like chapters, everything is there, okay? And then the Bani Israel, what do I want from Bani Israel? It's so clear. Anyone who will work hard will so clear. That brother, he was discussing certain ayah, then went to them, and he did not know what is happening. He had no idea about the Al-Baqarah, that how things are divided. And according to me, he was doing interesting things, still deriving some inspiration, but he has left the most basic thing. That kind of thing there. Okay, anyway, so the thing is that I had not even started the study, which I was supposed to start, and which I am going to do now. Okay? And now I want to, brother say, and we have not even started the study, okay? All I have given to you, and this is not the thing, this is not my understanding. This is a reality. And that reality I have discovered. And that really I have put as a challenge to the people. And I always tell them that correct me or something, but correction they will make is like, bring this thing, don't finish it in 98, finish it in 97, bring 98, small things there. So alhamdulillah, throughout the world, no one has been able, for example, in my orange book, and in this book too, and I have discussed it, no one has said. It's not merely a thinking, but it is really discovering what was there, and without which we cannot even proceed. What is called nazm. So it's a subjective thing, but it does have some subjective element too. But it is something really objective. In a way, the way I will put it, because I'm a teacher of philosophy, so that thing will come. I come from India, that thing will come. But that structure which I have discovered is a reality. Here is the head, here is the thing, stomach, here are the legs, here are the hands. They will remain. But you will describe it in different ways or different ways. But that basic reality remains there. Okay? So this thing that last 30 surahs have this structure, even though everything is connected, every discussion will come everywhere, but mostly these two are putting the consolation consolation and warning. This thing, tazkiyah, is so clear, so clear. But because the people do not try to see it, the people think, oh, these are scattered ayat, all these things, therefore, but it's so clear. Okay? And like this thing, about this thing, and they like this thing. So this is so clear. Like, alhamdulillah. Okay, so I want to come to Surah after the brother Abdullah Michal or other person say something. I want to come to the study of Surah Alaq because that's the basic purpose today. Okay, and then I can go to the study of anything, answer any question, any criticism, anything. Yes, brother.
No, I just wasn't sure if Afak was done, because I'm,
No, I just want to add one more thing that alhamdulillah I can see the groupings, but I still I'm unable to see the connection of Iqra, I mean Surah Alaq, which will, inshallah, as you will see, you know,
No, we have
I
not
will
even
know
studied
more.
it.
Right,
No,
Right.
we have not even studied.
right,
it.
right.
We have not even studied it.
Go ahead.
This is really an interesting philosophical approach. It's an interesting philosophical approach to the Quran, but I tend to see the Quran more spiritual than philosophical.
No.
You know, because we
No,
talk
no,
about la.
no.
Where's la ilaha illallah?
Brother, it's not philosophical. It is structural. It's nazm. It's nothing to do with philosophy. Brother, this has nothing to do with philosophy. It's very clear. Yet this, you see, this thing, the way I have found out the system, and then this thing, I can talk about these two systems like this. Okay? Did you say this thing? I think brother Tanveer has read it, but others may not have read it. What is Fatiha? What is Al-Baqarah? What is Al-Imran? What is Nisa? What is Maida? What is An'am? What is Araf? What is Anfal, Tawbah? 1/3 of the Quran. 1/3 of the Quran is there, and I found that this is a system. And so clear. I put it as a challenge. And that's the way it is. And it shows that Quran is so this is, and then this thing here, for example, the way we are, wait. What do you think about this thing which we are discussing online nowadays? We are discussing Surah Talaq. What is the significance of Surah, what is this Surah Tahrim after Talaq? And how Talaq and Tahrim come after Saf and Munafiqeen? This thing, because I've been reading and thinking, doing, then these things are there. It's not just, they're just a subjective thing or something like this. But when people will come and see, they will do it more and better and better and better and better. And they will correct me, they will make it better. But there is basically, structurally, something, some truth is there. You know, this thing. So I want to come back to the study, because the purpose of today's is to study Allah. And then we can go to all these things.
But
Otherwise,
maybe just, Brother Khalifa,
Yes.
why do you say, I mean, did you just say it philosophical, or you meant structural, or why did you say
It seems like a philosophical, intellectual approach to it. Alhamdulillah. I mean, that's what Allah gave us Aql for. But subhanAllah, I see the Quran as being a lot more spiritual than that. You know, every surah stands on its own. Every ayat stands on its own. All they're connected, no doubt. But the Prophet ﷺ, he didn't receive the whole Quran at once. He received Iqra Bismi Rabbika Alladhi Khalaq. He didn't even receive all of Surah 96 at one time.
Thank you very much, brother. That's okay. You know, the thing is this, that I should give a tafsir. I'm weeping, crying. Everyone is weeping, crying. All that thing, and that's touching thing. Okay, wonderful. Fine. I weep and cry, and everyone is weeping and crying and seeing things like this. So what it has to do? It has to do with balaghat, it has to do with things, touching the heart, all the things. But that's not the purpose over here. The purpose over here is first understanding meaning of the word, meaning of the sentence, meaning of the ayah. Okay? The spiritual and the moral, they stand on the top of intellectual. You should know 2 + 2 is equal to 4. Okay? You know, like they say, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasul. Okay. So we let us not waste the time. Let us come back. Let us come to this stage. Okay? Okay, so I come to the, if anyone wants to say anything, do it. Otherwise, let me come back to Al-Alaq. You know, first you study Alaq. Then you go and study other surah, then you study the whole group, then you study this, then you come to the group. So this needs a whole year, 10 years, 15 years. Do you think 1 year? 1 year? I have been studying this for maybe 50 years, maybe 60 years, maybe thinking upon it, and so good, like this. So thinking and working on it, and those ideas in that, and then I've been learning every day. And the thing is this, unlike Habib Raja, the thing is this, that Habib Raja, and I think the best example is that of Dr. Islam. He remembers what he says, and he has got fixed things for fixed people. I think I say and I forget it. Now next time when I will come, then I will stand afresh. But even though I'm understanding it for the first time as if afresh, the thing is this, that some vision, some light, some nur, brother, this is the nur.
Mhm.
You know what is nur?
Light of Allah.
Some light, some spirituality remains from the earlier thing. It's there. It's not put into word. By putting the nur into word, you destroy the nur. So nur is a vision, nur is an insight. Yeah, that thing, you were right at that time, okay? So nur is a vision and the light which comes from Quran when you read it over and over again and go deeper and deeper into it. But it comes from the Quran. I was showing its relationship with the Quran. Okay, that thing. So let us come back to it. So if anyone has to say something, otherwise bring it down. But this is the basic thing. Yeah. So how we start? The first thing we start is, it's not the relationship of 1 to 5, but these are grouping. This is I've got the word, Afaq knows it better than anyone else, that paragraphing. What is there by the right hand of Brother Abdullah Michel? Paragraphing of Sura Iqraa. And I have made 5 paragraphs of Sura Iqraa. The first paragraph is introductory. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ ربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. So what is it saying? Can anyone will throw some light upon it, some spirituality, something? What does it say? Iqra. What does Iqra means? Can you relate it with your experience, or can you relate it with the experience of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had a question. He was looking for something. What is the thing which Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was looking? What is the thing which Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was